Hello and welcome to the inaugural webcast for RMC Brown Limited. My name is Ross Brown and I'm the host and director of RMC Brown. And over the next few minutes, I just want to tell you a bit about our vision as a business and hopefully what we can do for yours. Okay, first, just a little about me then. I read archaeology at UCL originally, and after this, I decided to join a media monitoring agency where I spent the next 9 years working in roles such as editorial, account management, and training. And then, unfortunately, following a series of acquisitions, I was made redundant and then eventually ended up moving to a legal entity software provider as a software trainer. After that, I eventually came to lead the projects and implementations team in the EMEA region. Then, coincidentally, right before the beginning of the pandemic, I moved to a comparable role in a software development company in the retail sector, where I eventually transitioned into a global ops role. Each of these positions really bestowed valuable lessons, but by the time of the end of 2023, the time had really come to give my career some long overdue consideration. Coincidentally, I was going through some old Facebook posts at the time when I came across some photos I'd taken on a business trip to Heidelberg. And one of my smart ass friends commented the fact that all of the pictures I'd taken were of buildings and architecture. And that actually triggered something in my head that whenever I took pictures, it was always of buildings and architecture. There was nothing new about that. And as you can probably imagine, having spent the better part of 25 years, the impact of this sort of "I love Josh" moment, the Josh in this instance being the built environment, I really set me off in a new direction. And so I began to devour all of the relevant CPD I could find, and then undertook what I thought was a really excellent technical project management course from the RICS. This takes us to today, really, and the ultimate vision of RMC Brown Limited, which, perhaps as cliched as it might sound, is to make our country beautiful. Now, that vision has many dependencies, and excellent architecture is obviously one of the fundamentals. But along with that comes the employing and use of traditional materials that ideally last longer than a lifetime, and reviving the dying skills and trades that are needed to support them. With that also is the necessity to begin to restore a natural density and scale to our urban areas, and delivering plans for towns and where communities can thrive and flourish. Over the past decade, it's been really heartening to see this explosion in businesses and organisations and charities that really share our goals, and we look forward to playing a part in its delivery. And really, it comes not a moment too soon. You only have to look at some of the recent challenges posed by aerated concrete in schools that are really indicative of the fact that over the next generation, many of our modern buildings are going to fall into disuse and ultimately disrepair. Now, I would prefer that we not replace like for like, but take this as an opportunity to gradually and incrementally restore the elegance and character and soul to our built environment. So, this is all great news, but so what? I hear you cry. Well, I'm not in a position to design buildings myself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are already many great traditional architects out there, and there is no evidence to suggest that I would necessarily even be any good at it. However, there are many facets of running a business that may be anathema to architects, but very natural to us. Invoicing, time tracking, resource deployment, project management, strategy and governance. If any of those words made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and if you design buildings worth building, then I invite you to get in touch with us via our website, rmcbrown.co.uk. There you can find out more about our offer of 3 hours complementary consultancy. This would take place over the course of a single month, where we can discuss your biggest challenges and ways that they might be resolved or navigated. If we can solve your problems in 180 minutes, then great, have that on us. But If not, we'd be delighted to have a deeper conversation with you about how you would go about tackling the problems that really keep you awake at night. The link and further details are in the description below. Thank you very much for your time today. If you found this video helpful or relevant or just entertaining, I'd be grateful if you could hit the like button, please. I'm planning to release videos every month on specific topics for the foreseeable future. And if you'd be interested in keeping up to date, then please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Also, keep up to date on all of our social media channels, all at RMC Brown Limited. Thanks very much again. Goodbye.